Hi, hello, a new chess video, and I'm here with you with this chess game played between Iranian chess player Parham and I'm not sure I pronounced it correct, and Magnus Carlsen. Magnus is with black pieces and his opponent is with white pieces. And this is a European Club Cup Open 2022, and they played in, I don't know which country is this, Australia I guess, I don't know. And then it says Queen's Gambit declined in this game. So since he took it and then black didn't take it, so there's the gambit declined. I guess that's why they call it that. And the bishop g5 so far looks sort of usual game, and then he is opening his pieces. I think I can start the engine analysis. I think white is winning in this position normally, because white initiates the first moves. So after this move, white played, normally white can go back, or white can take this piece. So going back, I think, so taking it does means that you just played your bishop for nothing. But I don't know, in both cases, like going back is also, your opponent has this two pieces, but they cannot really attack anything actually. So it's a good combination of pieces, but so what to attack? So that's why I think he decided to play g3, but I don't know. And knight e6 was played, developing pieces and castling, and rook e8 as played, and queen. So this also doesn't give you the certain advantage unless he plays like g6 or something. So you cannot really check. You can check, but you can just go somewhere else, and you can trap your bishop there. So I'm curious, and then Magnus played f8, thinking that this pawn is strategic, and once he check, and we know that his king will go to h8. So he didn't, but he's activating his pieces. That's sort of awkward thing to see in grandmaster level chess games. They generally some people think that like if they want to play this a pawn, they want to keep this rook here. But if he doesn't have such intention, then it's better here, I guess. But he has to do something, and he played a5, and that since he has no intention, and he a4. No, he didn't play a4, and then he decided a3 to block this knight. And now, so I think they both, the game is still theoretical, so there's nothing concrete yet. Wow, until this move. So this move gives white an edge, quite an edge, like a pawn. So I can't see how this happens really, like this, like e4 or something, or pawn, because the e4, after e4, if it doesn't take, you can go back, and if so you can attack both pieces. And let's see, so what is the deal, what is the attack? But I think he didn't really see the move, or I don't know, maybe it's not that important, just engine is thinking. That's how engines think, maybe. And b5 and bishop f2 was played. So I don't know what they're really doing here. So this is like a prophylactic, but the game doesn't really advance. Still, they're playing very shy game. And if I were white, I feel like this knight is annoying. I would take it and stopping me. And he will play eventually this b4 or something that, I don't know, it feels annoying. But once you take it, then you cannot attack there with your bishop and queen. So, and he played g3. So the game is getting more interesting after all that slow and passive aggressive moves, and then they don't want to like exchange the pieces, they want the complexity. Interesting. And the game was equal. Like Magnus is like going back, like I'm going back, I'm not interested. So what happened now? So Magnus expected his opponent will play something, but he didn't really play. So that was my idea. E4 is opening something, but let's see what it. Yeah. So and then that's the move that I mentioned before. Seems sort of annoying for White. So then he started to take with the pawn. So is this okay? So because you can take this black knight too if he takes the c3 pawn, c3 knight, sorry. And then he has to take back with this. No, he doesn't have to. So he first take the rook, and now White has the advantage in this e line, and he cannot. Yeah, let's see. And then Black decided to protect his knight. That is awkward a bit, and White will take with the pawn. No, White is also. They both don't want to lose their pieces. They like arranged the game before. They all believe that keeping the pieces good for the game. Um, so take the pawn. Yeah, he took the pawn on d5, and he can take with his knight too. But there's some. I'm curious about some tactics, but there's no tactics for Black. Like once you play your knight, but doesn't really go anywhere good. So I think this position definitely White is better. So Magnus is losing, underestimating his opponent, and Magnus' pieces looks weird. What is this knight doing there? But once White took this pawn, this knight will be happily there. But I think there are a lot of pieces possibly attacking this pawn. So um, and rook and b8. He wants to be sure that he has more to play. Almost down, Magnus almost down 2 pieces. And then White played knight c5. This so this White knight doesn't really do anything much there. So that's not bad move. I guess it's a good move. But I think White is up a piece, but still not really doing something concrete. Like, and then it doesn't really change the game. And then knight b5 take. I don't know why he has to feel like he has to take, because otherwise the pawn will go away. So take. But the engine says after this exchange, White is not that up a piece. So that's also strange. So maybe they're losing the pawn. So many will take this pawn. Yeah, they didn't. So they're very patient players. Um, so is this so this is so this is at least a mistake and or inaccurate move. Because I think this pawn is secure there with this queen and bishop, and no need to move it right now. And then once his rook come here, then you may lose this pawn, precious pawn, I guess. Let's see if how he can lose it. So this tactic works. This played this, and then he can still take the pawn, because there's that he can take later the queen. So let's see what he played. And now 1p. So one, two, 3 pieces attacking this pawn, and then he only protects with his queen. So that's not good, and he can't do anything. Wow, that's amazing move. So bishop c7 really fixes it. But still this, so he can take with this queen. Right? Wow, and then black played this weird move, the queen c5. But why didn't take, well, once you take with your queen, there is that check, I guess. After check, he can take with his bishop, and then he can take with the rook, and then seems white position is not that bad, so he cannot take this because of the check. Wow, that's amazing, but he wants to cut the connection. So he played this queen, and then we can take the queen, I guess, and then after we can take the bishop. Ah, this is check. If this is not a check, then well, black definitely lost the game. And then after that check, why he can't? He cannot check. He can check. After that he can take, but and then he can take this pawn or something. But I don't know. So knight to bishop and this pawn, this and this pawn, and and then they decided to draw because it's boring. And then the engine exactly says like draw. Wow, that was a very very nice game. And then it's a brilliant that tactic is brilliant. And then White's supposed to White seems partially calculated it, but I doubt it was not the best move obviously, so he shouldn't play this. And then but before he's not actually winning, but the chances, the odds are for White slightly, but the black is also solid. Um, and that's all I want to say. Thanks for watching this video, and if you like it, you can subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.